Donald Trump is once again dragging America into chaos, this time by forcing the Department of Justice to indict former FBI Director James Comey in what can only be described as a political stunt of the highest order. This indictment didn't come from legitimate legal reasoning or evidence.
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump, but we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either. Somebody that I love dearly recently said that fear is the tool of a tyrant, and she's right. But I'm not afraid, and I hope you're not either. I hope instead you are engaged, you are paying attention, and you will vote like your beloved country depends upon it, which it does. My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial and keep
It came straight out of Trump's obsession with revenge against anyone who dared to stand up to him. And as soon as the news dropped, the backlash was instant, fierce, and overwhelming. James Comey, as you'll remember, was fired by Trump back in 2017 after refusing to pledge loyalty to him and after refusing to drop the investigation into Michael Flynn. Ever since, Trump has carried a personal vendetta against him, painting Comey as a deep state enemy rather than what he actually is, a lifelong public servant who refused to bow down to presidential corruption. Now, with this indictment, Trump is trying to rewrite history, turning accountability on its head by going after the very man who exposed Trump's lies and obstruction. But here's where the story takes a turn. James Comey didn't back down. Instead, he issued a blistering statement, calling Trump's actions a desperate abuse of power and warning that America must not let itself fall into the hands of leaders who use the justice system as a weapon. Comey's words struck a chord, not only with legal experts and political commentators, but with millions of Americans who saw this indictment for exactly what it is, a sham. Even inside the DOJ, whispers are growing louder that this move was purely political, with seasoned prosecutors privately expressing disgust that their work is being hijacked for Trump's personal vendettas. Legal scholars are pointing out that this case is flimsy at best, built on recycled accusations that never stood up in court the first time around. And the public response, outrage. Social media is flooded with Americans demanding accountability not for Comey but for Trump, who is once again proving that he will do anything to silence opposition. This moment is bigger than Trump versus Comey. It's about whether the United States will allow its institutions to be weaponized for one man's ego, or whether Americans will fight back against authoritarian tactics. Trump may think this indictment is a win, but the backlash shows the opposite. It could be the spark that finally unites Americans against his relentless corruption.